Hello everyone, this is George Packard with Family Lawn and Landscape. Today I want to talk to you about how do you sell yourself to customers. Get this question a lot. There's a lot of different answers for it. I'm going to go through them, what I think the specific points are that you need to be covering to sell yourself to customers. I've got a friend of mine that I've learned a great deal from. And his name is Antonio Centeno, and he is from Real Men, Real Style. If you go to his website, Real Men, Real Style, he is awesome. He is just a very knowledgeable person, and he mentioned something to me early on that really stuck with me and made a lot of sense. And I've always kind of valued his opinion about these things. And one of the things he said is dress for the job. Dress for the job that you're after. And I didn't realize how important that was. It's extremely important. Here's how it's important to you, or why it should be. If you get a call for an estimate to come out to give someone an estimate for lawn care, you don't want to come out there in these raggedy old oil-filled shirt because you've just been working on your mower all day, these holy jeans that you have on, or boots with the toes wore out of them and things like that. You want to dress for the job. You're going out trying to sell yourself to a potential customer. They want to see somebody generally that's neat, clean, looks respectable, looks honest, that takes pride in his appearance. Okay? I see so many guys, so many of my competition that'll come up there with a shirt they've had on all day that is filled with sweat, oil, dirt, grass stains, whatever. And they'll go up there and try and sell themselves, It's almost comical when I look at that because we go up with a whole different approach. We dress for the job. We want to look good, We've got nice slacks on and we've got, a polo shirt or something, a dress shirt or what have you on. We want to show them that we're a professional company, and that's one of the reasons why they should come with us. So dress for the job, first thing. Be a good listener when you do get there. Be a good listener. They're telling you things, and I always try to do this. I always address their concern, and I say, well, Mrs. Jones, can I ask you something? What is it that bothered you the most about lawn care companies that you've had in the past? What are things that have bothered you? And I let them talk, because people like to talk. And I should talk, because I talk all the time. But literally, people like to talk. This eases them up. It lets them know, hey, this guy's actually concerned about me. He wants to know what's bothering me. The last guy really could have give a shit. He didn't care what was bothering me. He's just like, Almost reminds me of myself when I come home at night and my wife's talking in the background for 4 hours and I'm going, Are you listening? And get in trouble for that. So, makes a difference if you talk to the customer and find out what their concerns are and what their expectations are for you. That gives you a leg up. You're listening to what's being said. You're going to address all those issues that she just brought up. So keep that in the back of your mind. Remember everything she said, and then tell her why she should come with you, because you're different, because you don't do this, and this. Okay? Find out their concerns. We talked about that a little bit, but dig down into them. If they just say, oh, I don't know, I just didn't like the way he was mowing the grass. I have no problem saying, you know what? What bothered you about that? I mean, was it he just was mowing the same way all the time and creating ruts in the lawn? Or it might take a little bit to get him to open up, but generally not. Normally they open up right away. But if it does take a minute, so what? You drove all the way out there. Your goal is to land that client. Take the time and do it. Okay? You need to let them know that you're the answer to their problem. Whatever that problem is, you're definitely the answer. You tell them if they're mad because the last guy would break sprinkler heads and not replace them. You tell them, look, I'll tell you what. We get this all the time. I want to assure you that in our truck, we carry literally tubs and tubs of sprinkler heads because we know we're going to break them. No matter how hard we try, we know occasionally we're going to break these heads. That's why we carry them right in our trucks with us so we can fix them right on the spot. And if we don't know that it's broken, like a lot of times if you snap them off right in the hole and they're not actually just sitting up on the ground where you can see it and you weren't aware that you hit it, the only time that's going to come on, Mrs. Jones, is when your sprinkler comes on at night and I'm long gone. But I promise you this, You call me up and say, George, I have a geyser up in my front yard. I'm going to be back there tomorrow to fix that. And it won't cost you a dime because I did it. So you make sure you tell them things like that, okay? That'll help you out a lot. Tell them why they should trust you. And when I tell you this, it's very important because they want to be able to trust their lawn care guys. That's another guy that's coming to their house all the time. They obviously want to be able to trust you. They don't want to have the impression that, geez, I don't know that I should trust that guy. It looks like he just got out of prison, for Christ's sakes. You know, you have a clean-cut guy that comes there in a uniform who looks really nice and professional. They can tell you're a professional company. I'll tell you another little trade secret here. They will pay you a little more money because you look like that. They won't pay you more money if you're some kind of a scrub that comes in there with torn up jeans and oil all over you and dirt all over. You know, you show up with a rusted old pickup truck, they expect to pay you less money. Believe me. You show up with a nice new vehicle wrap on a truck, even if it's a used truck, you got that new wrap on there, you look like $1 million when you show up and you're in your uniform. They know, hey, this is a top quality guy. And especially if you listen and address their concerns. All things I'm telling you here are true. True and tried, okay? All right. The other thing, one of the most important things is answer that phone. And I know I've said this before. You wouldn't believe how much business we pick up. Even if we're not the first one that gets called. They'll call us and then we'll be Johnny on the spot. We answer the phone. We run right out to their property. And we meet with them. You know how many times they've told us, just even over the phone, well, I was surprised that you even answered your phone. I was expecting an answering machine. That's because that's what most people do. They let the answering machine get the phone, which is a huge mistake. You guys are spending a lot of money on the advertising to get everything right. And then you're going to turn around, let somebody call an answering machine. Well, how many times have you heard this? Come home, hit your answering machine, and you heard hang up after hang up after hang up. How many times? You know, them clients are never calling you back. They will never call you back again. So, answer your phone. It's that important. Let's see. Meet with them as soon as possible. Do not put it off. This is what we do. When that call comes in, we're Johnny on the spot. We drop what we're doing. We send the manager over there to meet with them immediately. We let them know that. We contact them immediately. As soon as they call our office, our girls tell them, we're going to pass this directly over to our manager. He's going to be calling you within the next 10 minutes. So please be by your phone, and he's going to set up a time to come and meet with you that's convenient for you. So you're making things very, very easy for them, and that's what they want. They don't want a hassle. They want things to be nice and easy. Then we notify the manager. The manager immediately calls them back, sets up a time, and he always pushes for right now. He always tells them, hey, I'm not far from your neighborhood. I can be there in 15 minutes. Will you be around? 9 out of 10 times they'll say, sure, come on over. Or they'll say, you know, I'm on my way out. I got to get to work, or I'm at work. Why don't we do this? Why don't you either go out and look at the property and then just let me know what it is, or I'll meet with you. I get off at 5. How about 5:20? Your manager says, absolutely, I'll be there with bells on at 5:20. That's perfect. That's a perfect setup, a perfect sample of what you want to do. Because now, well, the client just got a hold of you. He had an immediate response on the phone. Your manager called him back within minutes, and he's got everything set up. Now, the guy's like, I really like that company. I don't think I'm going to call anybody else. All of a sudden, you show up. Bam. You have the work. You're not competing against 5 other guys because he didn't take the time to call 5 other guys. You know why? He liked everything you did when you answered that phone and you were Johnny on the spot getting your manager in touch with them, and you set up the appointment, especially if you can go meet him right away. Meet them right away is the best. That's why we try to do it right away. We don't want to give them time to call a competitor. Okay? It's that important.